Deep in the heart of Burma, where the Irrawaddy and Maitunga rivers meet, stood the grand city of Inwa. This wasn't just any city. Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we unravel the secrets of ancient mysteries. It was a royal capital, a center of learning and culture, the beating heart of a mighty kingdom. For hundreds of years, its shining golden towers and magnificent palaces were a symbol of Burma's strength. Monks in their bright orange robes walked through its busy streets. Elephants carrying goods from faraway lands lumbered by. The king's word was law within Inwa's walls, his justice swift and absolute. But even in these golden times, danger lurked. Like a snake, ambition coiled in the hearts of men. The seeds of conflict were planted, waiting for the right moment to grow and rip the kingdom apart. You see, Inwa controlled the rich farmlands of Upper Burma. Its storehouses overflowed with rice, enough to feed a powerful army. This strategic location, combined with its wealth, made Inwa the envy of its neighbors. But Inwa's very success carried within it the seeds of its own downfall. By the middle of the 1700s, the once great kingdom of Inwa was a mere shadow of its former glory. Fighting within the kingdom, fueled by power-hungry nobles and those who wanted to be king, had shattered the realm. The king, once all-powerful, was now a puppet controlled by strong warlords. These warlords, each with their own private armies, carved up what remained of the kingdom amongst themselves. They battled each other, leaving a path of destruction in their wake. The once bountiful plains, the breadbasket of the kingdom, lay abandoned and ruined by war. Villages, once full of life, were burned to the ground. The people, trapped in the fighting, fled their homes, desperately seeking safety in the forests and mountains. The very foundation of their society was crumbling, the bonds of loyalty and family ripped apart by greed and ambition. From this chaos rose men who wanted to rule, each fighting for control of the pieces of the Burmese heartland. In the north, a clever prince united the divided Shan states under his banner. His armies, a mix of tough mountain tribesmen and experienced soldiers, marched down from the mountains, their sights set on the prize, Inwa. In the south, a general of humble beginnings but undeniable charisma rose through the ranks of the royal army. His troops, though fewer in number, were fiercely loyal, bound to him by promises of brotherhood and land. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a battle that would decide the fate of Burma. The air crackled with intrigue. Rumors of secret alliances, betrayals, and hidden motives spread like wildfire. The dry season ended. Monsoon rains pounded the land, turning the Irrawaddy River into a raging torrent, but neither the prince nor the general backed down. They both knew that time was running out. The prince, worried that his fragile alliance with the Shan chiefs might fall apart, launched his attack. His forces crossed the flooded rivers using rafts and floating bridges. Their advance was slow but unstoppable. Meanwhile, the general strengthened his defenses. He ordered the building of earthen walls and bamboo fences, turning Inwa into a fortress. His scouts, spread out across the countryside, brought him vital information about the enemy's movements. The first battle took place at a small village near the Maitunga River. The Shan vanguard, overly confident and unprepared for the ferocity of the general's men, was crushed. Hundreds were killed, their bodies left to rot in the pouring rain. This victory, though small, raised the spirits of the general's troops. The siege of Inwa dragged on for weeks, a brutal test of endurance and willpower. The prince, unable to break through the city's defenses, resorted to starving them out. He surrounded Inwa, cutting off its supply routes, hoping to force the defenders to surrender. Inside the city, food became scarce. Water polluted by dead bodies spread disease. Yet, the general's men held strong, their loyalty to their commander never wavering. The general, realizing he couldn't withstand a long siege, decided to take a chance. He would launch a daring nighttime raid on the prince's camp, aiming to kill the Shan leader and throw his army into chaos. Under the cover of a moonless night, the general led a small group of his most trusted warriors out of Inwa. They reached the prince's tent only to find it empty. The general had won a battle, but not the war. The prince, though defeated, was still alive. His forces were scattered, but not destroyed. The fight for Burma was far from over. The struggle for the throne would continue, costing countless more lives, leaving scars on the land that would take generations to heal. News of the battle spread quickly. The general, hailed as a hero, saw his support grow. The people, tired of war, joined him, seeing in him the hope for peace and unity. The balance of power had shifted, but the final outcome remained uncertain. The battle for Inwa was more than just a fight between armies. It was a turning point in Burmese history, a spark for change that would reshape the kingdom's destiny. Imagine a world where the outcome of the battle for Burma's throne had been different. Instead of the eventual victors, a different faction rose to power, leading to a vastly altered geopolitical landscape. The new rulers, with their unique alliances and policies, would have shifted the balance of power in Southeast Asia. Trade routes might have been redirected, leading to different cultural exchanges and economic developments. The bustling markets of Ayutthaya could have seen a greater influx of Burmese goods, while the ports of Malacca might have become hubs for new exotic wares. The spread of Buddhism could have taken a different path, influencing neighboring regions in unforeseen ways. Monasteries might have flourished in places they never reached, and the architectural styles of temples could have evolved uniquely. This alternate history would have created a ripple effect, impacting not just Burma, but the entire region and beyond. Diplomatic ties would have been forged and broken in different patterns, altering the course of wars and alliances. The cultural tapestry of Southeast Asia would have been woven with different threads, creating a rich yet vastly different mosaic. In this parallel universe, the stories of heroes and villains, of triumphs and tragedies, would have been written anew. The echoes of that fateful battle for Inwa would have resonated through time, shaping a world both familiar and foreign to us. The legacy of the fallen, reimagined, reminds us of the delicate threads that weave our history together, and how the slightest change can alter the course of destiny forever. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the symbols that shape our world.